What's going on, you legends? Welcome to ZZZ. Today I wanted to give a quick rundown of what Anomaly is in the game, and I actually created a little something for you guys to have a quick look at. Here it is. It's just a quick guide on overall what Anomaly is. Now, just keep in mind there are actually other damage profiles in this game as well. There is an extension of Anomaly called Disorder, and also you have your generic crit rate, crit damage dealers as well. Now, so what exactly is Anomaly? So Anomaly is when you fill up the Anomaly bar to 100% and it applies an effect to whatever you are attacking. One other thing you should take a notice of is that each different element doesn't do the exact same thing. They all have kind of a different effect. I'm going to quickly show you what each different type does. We're going to start off with fire. So let's quickly have a look here. All right, so for fire, it's going to be a burn effect. I'm just going to simply hit this until it applies. And you can see a dot damage ticking as we are watching it sit there and cry in pain, right? All right, so let's check out another element. Okay, let's now have a look at what shock does. So electric shock, when we hit the enemy. Oops, let's try it again. So we've now applied shock. If we hit the mob now, you can see that it also ticks the shock damage. So while it has the shock effect, it will also apply shock damage. Okay. Now you might be curious, what happens if we apply shock and then hit with a unit of a different element? Does it still apply? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to apply shock again. I'm just going to let this run out. So we've got shock effect now, right? What if I hit with the other unit? It is still applying shock. Just keep in mind, it can only apply once every second. So obviously if I'm spam clicking it, I'm not going to get, multiple procs at the same time. So the ether one is actually very similar as well. You're going to apply the ether effect to a monster. And then if you keep constantly hitting that, you're going to get that ether kind of dot effect. Physical and ice are a little bit different as well. So with physical, what it does is when you apply the anomaly, it does a very large nuke. And it also increases the rate at which you can daze the monster. So it's much faster to stun a monster once you have inflicted the physical anomaly. The last one we can look at is for ice. Ice freezes enemies, and then it also applies shadow, which deals like ice damage at the end of the duration. It'll apply just like a small, not small, like a medium amount of ice damage. And the other thing it also does, it does increase the crit damage taken up on the actual monster. Some of them also have like different enemy types that they're more effective against. So for example, fire is good against organic enemies, electric is good against machine. What else? So the last one is ether is good against ethereal enemies, and they all have a slightly different interrupt effect. Okay, so you might be wondering, like, how do I maximize my anomaly damage and why is anomaly damage important? Earlier on in the game, it's going to be much easier to get damage from anomaly than it is to get damage from crit rate and crit damage. It's just stat wise, it's much more simpler, and most players should probably focus on getting this kind of damage out first and then transitioning later on once you get better discs and just better equipments and stuff like that. There are a few things that will affect your anomaly damage. So of course, anomaly proficiency will increase the actual overall damage, then its percent type damage, then attack percent, flat attack, other things such as defense shred, defense penetration, attack buff, resistance down. A lot of things actually do affect your anomaly damage, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna create like a couple more videos. The next video in this kind of small series is going to be about disorder, which is kind of an extension of anomaly, but it's a lot more difficult to understand. So I'm just going to put it in a separate video just so that it's easier for you all to comprehend. If you liked the video, remember to give a like down the bottom, and obviously subscribe if you want to watch more content from me in the future. Thanks everyone. Peace out.